Hey people, welcome back to Fivecast, the video podcast series from 5CA, where we dive into the innovations and challenges that shape the future of CX. I'm Dimitris, a marketing specialist here at 5CA, and joining me today is Chris, one of our technical project managers, and Georgi, a senior data scientist and the brains behind the project that we're going to be speaking today. Georgi is going to be joining remotely, welcome both.
Hey Dimi, hey everybody, thanks for having me here today.
Together, we're going to explore something that we are incredibly proud of, 5CA's QA Assist. Now, QA Assist and the way we designed it is that it supercharges our quality assurance workflows, making them faster, smarter, and more impactful, let's say, for both our teams and our clients. So, Chris, what is actually 5CA's QA Assist?
Well, QA Assist is an automated quality assurance tool that we developed internally and which uses artificial intelligence to evaluate the responses our agents give out to our customers' questions. Mm-hmm. When we built this, we built it having flexibility and scalability in mind. So this tool can evaluate anywhere from a few interactions per week for an agent up to all of their interactions in a very, very consistent way. And when it comes to flexibility, both the questions that are being evaluated as well as the passing criteria can be configured on a per project basis, right? So we can have maximum flexibility for all of our clients based on their needs. Mm-hmm. Furthermore, we also have a dispute process for our agents, which would enable them to give us feedback and also dispute their results. And this will not only lead to more accurate QA evaluations, but will also allow us to improve the tool in time. And as it is a trademark of 5CA, we have advanced reports and analytics. And through its tool usage, we also have noticed that there are at least 5 languages who have seen an increased accuracy.
Impressive. Okay, and you mentioned a few times during your answer the word interaction. So what counts as an interaction, basically?
Well, an interaction starts when a customer sends us a message and ends when our agent replies to that message. So basically this pair between an incoming message from a customer and an outgoing message from one of our agents is what counts as an interaction and what is being evaluated by the tool.
Clear. Okay. And what problem is our QA Assist solution solving?
Well, we were looking at multiple areas of opportunity when we built the QA Assist tool. So the first one that we investigated had to do with consistency. Now, the manual quality assurance process is prone to being biased or subjective, and it may lead to uneven evaluations across teams and languages. Mm-hmm. And speaking of languages, another area of opportunity had to do with covering multiple languages. The traditional QA process does not scale up properly when trying to extend it from English to other languages, and the QA Assist tool has a few advantages. Let me try to exemplify using some more complex languages. For example, simple and traditional Chinese. In these languages, a small change or a small mistake that can be done by an agent has the potential to change the entire meaning of a sentence or of the communication. Where QA Assist comes in is that it both translates and evaluates these communications in the native languages, but it provides the feedback in English, which allowed our QA teams to better align on how to evaluate these. Mm-hmm. Now, we're talking about our QA teams, and our third area of improvement that we identified had to do with time and feedback. When it comes to time, QA Assist allows us to do a lot more evaluations, and so agents get feedback a lot sooner and a lot more from their interactions than through the traditional QA process. So this allows us to drive more meaningful improvement for our agents. And as a former quality assurance specialist myself, I can tell you firsthand that the quality assurance process is quite time consuming. So using QA Assist will allow our QA specialists and our team leads to focus on other important areas like team feedback and team improvement.
Clear. Okay. And now, before we get into how it works and why it matters, let's take a quick demo in order to show you like what our QA Assist solution is all about. Here's a sneak peek.
Let me introduce you how QA Assist works. We get a message from the user who has trouble accessing their account. Then we get an agent who tries to help for this user. Together we call them an interaction. We have predefined criteria we want to evaluate our agents on. We want to look at the grammar, if they use opening sentence, or if they actually acknowledge the user. Let's have a look how this would look like if our algorithm evaluates this message. We detected two issues with grammar. One was a spelling mistake, another one was a grammatical issue. In both of the cases, our agents get an improvement plan where they can have a look how they could have actually improved the message and what mistakes they have done. In another case, in terms of acknowledgement, our agents did not acknowledge the user problem at all, so they get a fail evaluation. However, not just a fail evaluation, but also another improvement opportunity, highlighting what sentence they could have used to get a pass evaluation for the next time. So our agents can learn while using this tool.
Hey, Georgi. Thanks for joining us. So we dive a bit deeper on how our QA Assist works.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much. So first, we are directly connecting to our clients' CRMs, which means that what you saw in the video previously, we get all the user messages and the agent messages, we create these interactions. Then we have those predefined questions, what you also saw earlier. These are all industry standard questions with their fair reasons. We use them to evaluate then all of the interactions we selected previously. So as mentioned before, the number of interactions is chosen by the client, how much they actually want to evaluate here. You don't need to worry about the security because we store all of our data in a very secured, smart data platform. I don't want to get into the details too much here. So what happens if an agent gets a failed evaluation? If they get a fail, it's not just telling them they did something wrong. It also choose which fair reason it was triggered and also explain the reason and choose an improvement opportunity for them, which is a really great way for an agent to learn from their mistakes. After that, each of the agents has their own clear personalized report where they can look into all their results, the good and the bad as well. So it also have a positive reinforcement for them to see what they have done well.
Okay, very interesting. And what was the hardest part of building this?
For me, the hardest part was probably to create something which is really easy to use for the agents and operations alike, but also not show the very complex backend of the product. I also had it in mind that it's, as a name suggests, it's QA assist. So it also assisting the agent to improve, to get better with all the feedback and improvement opportunities they can read in their own time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the UX is for sure very important. All right, and you mentioned before, there might be some, let's say, disagreement with the QA Assist with its results. So, what can an agent do if they disagree with our QA Assist with the results of the report? Let's say.
Yes, absolutely. So this is still an AI algorithm. So if an agent see that they actually did everything perfectly and they disagree with the result, we have an entire dispute mechanism put in place where they can dispute this question, fair reason, and using the ticket ID. In their own personalized report, which then directly goes to a place where a QA specialist reviews this dispute. They can either approve it or decline it. If they decide that the agent is right and they approve this dispute, then all the results are automatically overwritten and all the scores are recalculated. In case they decide that they need to reject this dispute, they just need to give a reason why they reject it.
All right. I think it's great that we also have like kind of a dispute mechanism in the same
Absolutely.
place. It could be useful at times. All right. And what about success stories? Can we share any success stories so far?
Yes, absolutely. So we have this product live for our client over a year now. We have observed decreased evaluation time because this product focus on the language element of the quality evaluation, but still the process related elements are manually done by the team. But it means that the language related questions, the team doesn't need to look at it at all. So they save on average 21% of the evaluation time or 1.6 minutes. We also able to control how many evaluations you want to do. So in this particular case, we increased our sample size by 20%. But again, for a new client, you can control how many samples you want to evaluate by AI. We also realized that the feedback quality of our QA specialist increased because now we have a much more focused approach than what we had before. And just going into a few more numbers, we also realized that the deductions for assurance actually decreased by 24%, empathy by 4.3%, and our grammar related deductions are decreased by a swapping 36% since we kicked off this product, which is, I think, a great result indeed.
Impressive for sure. Well, Yogi, thank you. Thank you for joining us and for sharing these valuable insights. People, that's a wrap for today's episode. Feel free to reach out in case you'd like to know more about our QA Assist solution. And stay tuned, of course, as always, for the next episode. Bye.
Bye bye.